What's up, YouTube? This is Crystal C Manga here, and this week we're treated to an amazing chapter from Naruto. The best chapter I've seen in a while, and shit's about to get real. So basically, we start off with Kakashi and Naruto versus Toby or Obito, whatever you want to call him. And Obito, he's actually no, before that we see that guy is actually literally this guy's he's out for the count. He's done. It's game over for him. He's used too much chakra and he's overexerted himself. So he's literally Killer Bees having to take care of him right now. So yeah, that's it for. I think guys pretty much out of the fight now, unless the QB gives him some chakra. But anyway, so Naruto and Kakashi are still fine. Toby actually uses Makuton. I was actually surprised to see him use it because I remember I was bitching some couple of videos before that he's used it in the past. So why doesn't he use it now? Well, I stand corrected. Now he's using it after all this time anyway. So yeah, he's used it to try and grab Naruto. Just keep him out of the way while he gets rid of Kakashi. And he says Kakashi, go back to your trash bin. So he basically sees Kakashi as shit right now. So he runs to try and absorb him, but Naruto, gets in the way and knocks him back, and then he says something like Kakashi's just like me. I don't know what. Again, it's the translations that I'm reading. I think some of them are just really dodgy. But then yeah, he headbutts Obito and he sends him flying, and then comments that now I can see the despair in your face, basically. And Obito's like, what are you talking about? Anyways, that moves on now, and then so the QB actually says Naruto, switch with me. Because they both realize that Kakashi really isn't much help at the moment. Like, they have to protect him. And if they're fighting while protecting Kakashi, they're going to be at a big disadvantage. So the QB, suggested Naruto that they switch bodies. And then Naruto is like, why? But he says, just do it. Just listen to me. So they switch. He grabs Kakashi's hand. And what looks like him throwing Kakashi at Madara. Not Madara, sorry. Toby. So Toby is absorbing. So that's what Naruto actually thought. Naruto thought the QB threw Kakashi at Toby so he could be absorbed, so that he wouldn't be distracting him in the fight. So Naruto was kind of getting a bit pissed off by that, but he actually snaps back and then realizes that Toby's actually going for the assault. So he throws a chakra punch at Obito, and it goes through him like punches usually do. But what's interesting about this one that he actually sustains damage. And we're like wondering, okay, what the fuck has happened? How did that happen? And then, we switch to the next scene and we see Kakashi in the other dimension, giving Toby a well-deserved punch to the stomach. And then, the QB actually, lets Naruto know that, okay, I'm able to transfer my chakra, much easier than you can. Or I'm able to transfer my chakra. I don't think you can do that. So Naruto's like, alright, cool, that's what you done. And then Kakashi actually comes back to this dimension after punching Toby one more time in the face this time. So he comes back to the dimension, and then he says to Naruto, tell the QB I said thanks. And that was cool to see that the QB's a team player now. But then we switch to Killer Bee, and he says the Jubi's getting ready to be awakened. I'm gonna try and stop it. Blah blah blah. So him and clone Naruto team up. I don't know which Naruto's a clone. I'm guessing the one Kakashi is the real Naruto. The one if Killer Bee is a clone. So they both do like a combination Bijou bomb. This is the largest Bijou bomb we've seen so far in this series, and they're like pumping as much chakra into it as possible, and they fire it at the Gedamaza or the Ten Tails, basically, and then everything's gone basically, and they're saying that the Ten Tails chakra's vanished, so everyone's getting excited now, cheering, and then out of nowhere it pops up, looking as menacing as before. Like it looks just mad creepy. It has one eye. I don't think it doesn't even have a face. It's like a bit that sticks out of his body with an eye on it, and then like 10 tails. It just looks insane. Body shape is more similar to the QB, but it has these crazy spikes coming out of his back. It's just creepy looking. And then we have so yeah, what was funny, like one of them said, is this the end? And then Toby actually says, yeah, the end of the world. And then the 10 tails showed up at that point. But then we see Madara just sitting on some rubble, just chilling back, saying, oh well, like he doesn't give a shit. This guy's so badass. He doesn't even care what's about to happen. I'm guessing he's gonna become the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tail in order to activate the Moon's Eye plan. So that's gonna happen soon. Or I think what's gonna happen, the Ten Tail is gonna go on a rampage for a bit, maybe kicking the shit out of B and Naruto, and then Madara becomes the Ten Tail's Jinchuriki after that. But we're gonna see it do some fighting, and then it gets captured by Madara maybe and becomes his Jinchuriki, because Madara does have the Makuton, so that does suppress Bijou chakra, so maybe that's how he's going to gain control of it. we'll find out eventually. So awesome chapter. Really, I couldn't find a complaint. Well, it didn't progress. The story progressed a little bit, with the tentacles actually coming out now. So we're moving forward a bit more. We're getting closer to the end of this fight, and we got a lot of action. That cool combination between the QB and Kakashi. That was really awesome to see. So yeah, I'm just pumped for the next chapter. Really, I just want to see what's gonna happen next. I want to see how this fight's gonna wind up. And a part of me wants it to wrap up quickly so we can get to the Sasuke versus Naruto fight, because that's really what I'm itching to see the most. But yeah, nonetheless, awesome chapter. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Best chapter from Naruto in a long while. So yeah, if you agree with me, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and